Hey there, and welcome to episode 2, season 1 of I'd Like to Make a Request, my new podcast, and it's simple. It can apply to anything, and I always give you a couple of examples. I'd like to make a request. Can we stop saying the phrase, am I right? I'd like to make a request. Can you please go try Celsius tropical fruit flavor? It's really good. I'd like to make a request. Can we make the single lane in the construction zone just a little bit wider? Because it always makes me nervous. See, it could be about anything, really. And you can participate and get your comments on the podcast. Simply call my desk, leave a message. 316-821-2058. 316-821-2058. Start by saying, JJ, I'd like to make a request, and then go from there. So let's start. I'd like to make a request. Can we never see Tom Brady in his underwear ever again? Tom Brady just posted a photo of him sitting on the side of his couch in his underpants, in his drawers. They're not tidy whities, they're tidy brownies, it looks like, and he's got his hand in an appropriate place. But I gotta be honest, while he's doing it to promote his Brady underwear, I don't know, I didn't like him when he had his uniform on. I'm certainly not gonna like him when he's sitting there in his underwear. I would rather see William the Refrigerator Perry in his underwear than I would Tom Brady. That's how much I don't want to see Tom Brady in his underwear. I'd like to make a request. I'd like you to go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at JJ on KFDI. And here's why. I found out earlier this morning that Lainey Wilson's behind, which now has been affectionately branded the dump truck. She has a heart like a truck and a dump truck butt. It has its own Instagram account, and it's Lainey Wilson's dump truck. And it has more followers than I do. Lainey Wilson's butt has more followers than I do. Can you just do me a solid and see if we can just get those numbers up a little bit and make me feel a little bit better about myself? I mean, if you want to see me from my backside in my jeans, you know, if that's what it's going to take, I'm not above that. But I'd like to make a request. Can you go follow me over on Instagram at JJ on KFDI? I'd like to make a request. Can Taco Bell release its larger size taco pizza nationally? Taco Bell getting ready to test market a taco pizza that is 4 times the size of the regular taco pizza that Dolly Parton was a part of bringing back and making a regular thing on the Taco Bell menu. But now they're doing a larger, 4 size bigger taco pizza, and they're test marketing it this weekend in Glendale, Arizona for the Super Bowl. It's going to be a huge hit. I mean, all the pizza joints in all the world who have already got a taco pizza on their menu. I'm surprised it took Taco Bell this long. But I'm praying to the taco pizza's gods that Taco Bell will now release this thing nationally after the Super Bowl. We'll have to keep our fingers crossed. I'd like to make a request, another food request. This has to do with Girl Scout cookies. I'd like to make a request. Starting this Friday, go buy some Girl Scout cookies and buy a couple of extra packages and put them in the Care and Share program. To find out more, let's hear from my friends Muriel and Marissa from the Kansas Girl Scouts of the Heartland. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here again. And it's not just because you bring cookies. But we're going to start with the cookies. And Marissa, I want you to talk about the cookies this year, the old favorites, the ones we know we love. And you've got a new cookie to talk about, too.
This year, we have all of our tried and trues. We've got the Thin Mints, of course, Caramel Delights, both of our peanut butters, the patties, and the sandwiches. The shortbreads this year have changed to the name Trefoil, but it is still the same delicious cookie. It is just now named after our logo and our symbol. So it's a little bit more iconic with our Girl Scout branding. And then we also have the Toast Jays, which were new a few years ago, the cinnamon French toast inspired.
Yes.
The Adventurefuls, which were new last year. And then our brand new cookie this year is the Raspberry Rally.
Okay, we're going to get to the Raspberry Rally here in just a second. I'm not saying you should dunk the Toast Jays into syrup, but I'm not saying you shouldn't dunk the Toast Jays into syrup. Muriel, let's talk about the Raspberry Rally and a new cookie with a new way to get it. Tell me more.
That's right. The Raspberry Rally is available only online. So what that means is the Girl Scout still gets all the credit for the sell, but consumers or people that love our cookies, they go online to the girls' digital storefront to purchase those cookies. And that way the girls get to experience what it's like to manage inventory and to acknowledge a digital sell, just like everything else we've done the last 3 or 4 years. We've all gotten to online sales. And so we wanted the girls to learn out of all these iconic cookies, at least one to be digital, so they can learn those aspects of their business, because that's what the cookie program's all about, It's to teach girls those entrepreneurial skills, and this is just one more facet of that. But it's a delicious cookie.
Real quick, the flavor profile of the new Raspberry Rally. What's it like?
It's going to be similar to our thin mint cookie, but we're replacing that mint with our really good raspberry flavor. I got to say I'm a fan of this one.
Chocolate and raspberry, an iconic dessert flavor. I am all in. Finally, Muriel, the program that is super important, the Care and Share program for the cookies, that's still going on this year?
It sure is. It's been around since 2010. And over that time, all of your listeners and everybody across Kansas has donated more than 200,000 packages of Girl Scout cookies to other Kansans. So, and last year alone, it was more than 10,000 packages. So if you're on a diet or if your freezer's already full of all those delicious cookies, you can ask your Girl Scout to, how can I still support you and your troop and give some great sweetness to the community? You can buy a Care and Share. You actually give that Care and Share to the Girl Scout, and then she takes that, and that donation actually goes to things like the Kansas Food Bank. But over 50% of our Care and Shares get designated to members of the military, their families, when they're abroad. And so it's a wonderful program. And that's what we really love, that the Girl Scouts give back with the help of supporting people like your listeners. Yep.
There's no better, flavor or taste of home for someone serving abroad. And
that's what they tell us.
Than a Girl Scout cookie, for sure. All right, listen, Muriel, Marissa, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for bringing in a couple of containers of cookies because, I've got to at least quality control these cookies, so I appreciate you looping me into the process.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you.
And let's not wait until next year to see each other again. I hope to see you sooner.
Okay.
Oh, and I've tried those raspberry rallies. They are so good. Now let's go to the movies. I'd like to make a request. Name the best movie to watch while intoxicated. For this, let's walk around the office.
Probably for me, it would be Up in Smoke because it's that much more funny.
Name the best movie to watch intoxicated.
Wedding Crashers?
Phil, I know you have an answer. Best movie to watch intoxicated.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? It's pretty good.
That's a solid movie.
It is a solid movie. You can watch that straight or drunk or high.
Best movie to watch intoxicated.
I'm going to say Fast Times at Ridgemount High.
Okay, best movie to watch intoxicated.
Dumb and Dumber.
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Best movie to watch intoxicated.
Kingpin.
It's a solid movie. It's a great movie. And finally, Krista, best movie to watch intoxicated.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oompa Loompas, the boat ride, come on.
Little girl turning into a blueberry.
Yeah, come on. That's creepy enough as sober.
Finally, I'd like to make a request. Send a friend a card today, because today is Send a Friend a Card Day. And it's simple. And I don't think we send enough cards outside of like holidays or birthdays, but they sell them in the stores. You've seen them, just a get well, a thank you, a thinking of you, a just because kind of card. Just fill it out. Get some blank ones. That's the easiest way to do it. Get some blank ones where you can send a thank you or your own personalized message. But today is the day. Today is Send a Friend a Card Day. So I'd like to make a request. Find a card, write something sweet in it, send it to a friend you haven't communicated with in a while that you know it's going to brighten their day, and send it today. And there you go. That's how the show works. I'd like to make a request. Thanks for listening. And again, if you want to be a part of it and you've got something you would like to share for the podcast, start with, I'd like to make a request, and then go from there and leave that message on my voicemail, on my desk, 316-821-2058. Thanks for listening.